So here's our question. Construct the equation of a quadratic function that has a vertex at -3, 8 and an x-intercept at -1. So let's see what we have here. And let's remember our general form for a quadratic function is f of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Our h here is -3 and our k is 8. So f of x is a times x minus -3. X minus -3 becomes x plus 3 squared plus k plus 8. Now our goal is to solve for a. That's our multiplier, our stretch factor. How are we going to do that? Well, I have an x-intercept at -1. What does that mean? That means the graph crosses here. So here's -3, 8. The graph crosses there, crosses somewhere else as well on the other side. But focusing on this, what this tells me is if I plug -1 into the function, f of -1 would have to equal 0. So currently I have f of x is a times x plus 3 squared plus 8. 0 has to equal f of -1. So 0 would equal f of -1, plugging in -1 for x, which is a times -1 plus 3 squared plus 8. So I get 0 is 3 minus 1 is 2 squared plus 8. 2 squared is 4. 0 is 4a plus 8. Subtracting 8 and then dividing by 4, we get -2 is a. If that is the case, we believe that the function can be written as follows. F of x equals -2 times x minus h squared plus k, so that's x plus 3 squared plus 8. So let's check that on Desmos. Let's see if the vertex really is -3, 8. Let's see if the x-intercept really is x equals -1. So what do we have here? We have f of x equals a equals -2 times x plus 3 squared plus 8. Is my vertex -3, 8? What do you think? Looking at the picture, that looks pretty good. So indeed, that appears to be our vertex. The function achieves a relative maximum of 8 at x equals -3. And where are my x-intercepts? I'm supposed to have one at -1. Do I? At -1, 0. That certainly appears to be an x-intercept. That appears to be a point on the graph.